Hi, my name is Achim Schlossel, InnerSpace Explorers, and today I would like to talk to you about this, the Tackeling. Quite a few people approached us after the last couple of videos and asked how this is done, what it is good for, and if I can tell a little bit more about it, which I will do today. So on the double ender, obviously this is just a marking, because as I said before, they tend to disappear. People ask like, can I borrow one, etc., etc., and never get them back. So with this, I at least know this is mine. Probably not after this video if everybody has it, but that's the price. Where I usually use this form of knot, or as we call it, Tackeling, is on mouthpieces, especially on rebreathers, but it also works great in regulators. So if you look at the regular mouthpiece, you have the shaft where the mouthpiece is on, which just continues. So there it is not such a big problem, but on the rebreather you have kind of a wall, so the lips approach this wall and hold the mouthpiece. So if you do long dives, or at least if I do long dives, and I have this thing from the cable tie on the lip, I usually have a lip like this after a couple of hours. So I like to take those off and put a Tackeling on top and hold the mouthpiece with the Tackeling. So also when I want to change mouthpieces somewhere, it is much more convenient if I have a piece of line which I can always replace and I will find everywhere, whilst the cable tie, if I don't have one, well, there's no substitute for that. Alright, so I will show you how this is done. Actually, it's quite simple, and so you can work with it. Alright, let's start with the double ender, because that's the most easy way of doing it, and actually will be very easy for you to follow and see all the steps. So here's our double ender and a piece of line, and the first thing you do is you lay out your line. So you have a short end, a short side and a long side, and you take it like that and put it on the object, and then you hold it like this. So now this is the short one, and you take the long one and you wrap it around. The most important thing is that your second wrap goes before the first one. I really hope you can see that, because that way you catch the line. So when you have this, you just continue wrapping on and on, and make sure that your wraps are really tight and really close to each other, because if they're not, it is really hard to fix it afterwards. So when you're done, the last one goes through this loop from underneath. This is important. If you come from on top, you have it just looks not good. So you come from underneath through this loop, you pull this tight again, and this is actually now a bit hard on camera because it will be hard to pull it slowly, but you use this end, and when you pull it, this loop closes and catches this piece of line and pulls it underneath the wrapping. Yeah, actually you can see quite nice how this is done. So when you're done, you pull on both, and once more on this one, and now this is done. So you cut off the ends and you melt them down to prevent them from opening again. And it's ready, and you have your Tackeling done. Alright, second, let's do this one. Rebreathe the mouthpiece, and let's assume I want to change the mouthpiece and I don't have a tie wrap. So I take the tie wrap off, take my mouthpiece away, the old one is broken, take a new one, put it on there, and now I want to use some line to fix it. So that's probably a bit long here. Alright, so this time we want to wrap around like this. So obviously we will probably only have 3 or 4 wraps, and so the loop can be really short. And the difficult thing now is that we have this edge here that we have to somehow work with. So I hold this. It's actually a bit more difficult to show it and do it than just doing it. So we go around. Again, we need to catch the line here. As you can see, I tried to put it over this first wrap here, and now I can actually start to pull and make this tight, because obviously it should hold the mouthpiece. Go around a second time, and this is already my loop. Close this one, pull it underneath, alright, so this is done. So actually the military likes to do this a lot, but they use a much thinner line, which actually is hard to show on the video, but what works excellent is fishing line, because it is really thin, it is really strong, and but really hard to see on video, so I made it with this bright orange one to give you an idea how this works. And maybe you want to try that. Okay, how to burn a rebreather. Okay, and the mouthpiece is super tight. You will not get this off. So in case somebody is afraid of, I'm not going to lose my mouthpiece, this is at least as strong as a cable tie. Actually, it is much more. And if you take it into your mouth, you don't have this this piece of the cable tie anymore on your lip. So very easy, very nice, and a good solution. All right, that's it. I hope you liked it, and if you have any other questions or any other topics that you would like to see explained, drop us an email and we'll try to fix it. Thank you. Bye.